Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be how the narcissist occupies your mind until they don't. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So, this is a tough pill to swallow, but it's real. The narcissist does occupy your time throughout that relationship and many times post-relationship until they don't. And this is what this video is about. It's about getting to the pinnacle of indifference, the mountaintop of indifference when you no longer care about the narcissist. But to get there, I first will have to go back in time. Remember, when you met the narcissist, most likely they were wearing a mask. They were manipulating you. They were taking advantage of you. They were weaponizing anything that mattered to you against you, which included your love, time, empathy, money, energy, everything. They took advantage of you. Now, there are different kinds of narcissistic relationships. Some are romantic, some are siblings, some are parental, some are neighbors, colleagues, coworkers, business associates, who knows, people in hobbies or communities you are and or were a part of. But the narcissist, they looked at you as an opportunity and they wanted to extract as much of your resources as they possibly could throughout that relationship. And it doesn't matter what kind of relationship it was for this video. The fact is you were in a narcissistic relationship and now here you are. You're getting the wisdom, you're applying the tools, you are insulating yourself, you are protecting yourself, and you understand that perhaps in the past and maybe even right now, yes, the narcissist did consume your energy and your time, and you were thinking about them a lot. Now, let's go back when you were in the relationship, in the devaluation stage, once the narcissist knew they had you. Again, you probably relocated, you had children, you got married, you went into business, whatever you did, moved halfway around the world. But when that happened, that's when the narcissist knew that they had you, and that's when they really began to devalue you. Now, for those people on the channel that they don't know what being devalued means, it means you're being taken for granted and you are not being appreciated or respected. You are being gaslit, stonewalled, given the silent treatment. You're experiencing all the poor behaviors and the toxicity of the narcissist, because they are making you pay a price for being you. And they're making you pay a price for being in the relationship with them, because the narcissist can't regulate themselves. And what they need to do is they need to have people basically be there for them on call 24/7 so that they can have a temper tantrum or throw a rage fit or blame somebody for something that they didn't even do, or apologize for some behavior that they didn't even know about. Now, the narcissist does know what they're doing. For those people who think that the narcissist doesn't know what they're doing, think again. They put their clothes on the same way that we do. They brush their teeth the same way, and they breathe the same air. And every morning when they wake up, they have an option, whether to stand for goodness or perhaps to not stand for goodness. And many times they choose the latter. They decide not to stand for goodness, and they want to blow up people's relationships and people's lives. And they want to take as much as they can from people. So when you were in that devaluation stage, you were thinking about the narcissist. You were wondering, how could you get back to the first stage of the relationship, which was the love bomb / euphoric stage? That's when everything appeared to be puppies and rainbows and unicorns and butterflies, but it wasn't. That was all an illusion. It was all the mask. It was all the narcissist mirroring back to you what you wanted to see. It was the promise of what will never happen. It was future faking. It was the lip service of the narcissist. It was them doing whatever they wanted to do, wearing that mask to manipulate you deeper and deeper into the narcissistic fog. So now I'm going to fast forward to the ending of the relationship. Let's say you were discarded or you ended it yourself. Either way, my heart goes out to you. Being in a narcissistic relationship for 1 minute is 1 minute too long, specifically once you've identified that the person you were and or are in the relationship with is a narcissist or a toxic person. But when you were discarded, let's say, or even if you ended it, many times you're still ruminating and you're still thinking about the narcissist. Now again, I'm not trying to trigger you or upset you. This is the healing path. It's the way it works. And if you resonate with this, drop comments below. But when you were ruminating, thinking about the narcissist, let's say you ended it. Did you make the right decision? Should you have ended it? Did you do the right thing by moving out? Did you do the right thing by closing the door and blocking them and going no contact, etc.? Well, the answer to those questions, or the answers, is yes, you did do the right thing. Because number one, you are on a narcissistic abusive recovery channel or healing channel. And number two, you were in a relationship that you had two options. One, stay in there and continue to get drained of all your resources, and they would have given up specifically your health and your money. Or two, save yourself and get out. So that's why you ended it yourself. Now flip it. If you were discarded, probably it came out of left field. Maybe it was before your favorite holiday or birthday or something, and the narcissist discarded you, which means they ended the relationship. Now, again, if that happened after the relationship is over, it's finished, it's officially done, you will be ruminating, you will be thinking about the narcissist, and you will be wondering, did they love me? Can they change? Do they care about me? Where are they? What are they doing? Who are they with? Etc. That is part of the growth that you will be experiencing. That's part of the healing path. It's not fun to go through that, but I had to do it, and you had to do it, or you're doing it right now. You need to understand that once you identify that that person was a narcissistic person, or a toxic person to say the least, closing the chapter on them is the path. Going no contact and blocking, etc. Now, I've mentioned that more than once in videos because it's true and it helps you heal. But the thing is the narcissist will continue to cross your mind until you heal, and you heal properly. Now, again, not trying to trigger you or upset you. I'm letting you know that every minute you are away from the narcissist, their proximity, their energy, every minute you don't have to hear their voice or see their face or listen to their nasty words or read an email or a text from them, that is a minute of healing, of growth, of separation, of you processing things and you coming to terms and practicing radical acceptance that yes, that relationship was something you did not want to go through because you didn't know they were a narcissist, and they did not hand you a 2-page report saying this is what I'm going to do to you. Of course they didn't do that. If they did, you would have run for the hills. But also, you understand that your energy is returning, your health is returning, your finances are returning, your network and social status is returning, your hobbies are returning, your activities are returning, you're getting more energy and strength, and you're getting out of bed more frequently, meaning you're not stuck in bed thinking and pining for the narcissist or ruminating. You're now taking action, you're journaling, you're seeing a therapist, you're processing childhood wounds, you're watching videos, you're writing, you're really slowing your life down, and you are staying in that cocoon of boundaries, which is where you're insulating and protecting yourself. You're also taking stock of not only the narcissistic relationship, but other relationships that perhaps did or didn't serve you. You will go down many rabbit holes of exploration and education, going all the way back to your childhood up to present day, once you identify that the narcissist was the apex. They were the apex predator who tried to take you down for the count, but they couldn't. They failed, and they failed miserably like they always do. But they thought that they beat you. They thought that they would just crumble you up like a sheet of paper and throw you away in the freeway. Maybe that's what they did, but you're still here. You made it. You are surviving. You are being the strongest version of yourself known to humankind, which means you're healing, and you're headed towards that pinnacle of indifference, that mountaintop of indifference, where you no longer care about the narcissist or anybody from that period of time. Now, I mention so many things frequently on these videos, and I repeat myself over and over again, because at times we all need reminders, we all need refreshers, we all need to hear the message sent in a different way, because when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. That's how it was with me, and that's how it is with you. Meaning this video may not resonate with you, it may not click with you. Maybe this is the best video you ever watch on narcissistic abuse, but eventually you're gonna get my message, and eventually you're gonna understand that going no contact is the path. And eventually you will understand, just like many people who I've helped get across the bridge to the pinnacle of indifference, the mountaintop of indifference, those people no longer are pining for the narcissist. They're not caring about the narcissist. They're leaving the narcissist in the rear view mirror. They have taken the lifelong learning lessons from the relationship. They are not predicting the future. They are living in the present moment, the here and the now. And they have, many of them have gone no contact and blocked the narcissist, or at least use gray rock and become dull and boring and get off the radar of the narcissist. But what they've done is they've switched the script, they've flipped the script. They now understand that their energy, their time, and their resources are extremely valuable, specifically their time, and they no longer have a tolerance or patience for toxic behavior, which means they will no longer tolerate any narcissistic abusive techniques, because they now have understood and received and applied the message, which is once you see it, you can't unsee it. And yes, the narcissist did occupy their time. These people, myself included, had many sleepless nights. We lost weight, we gained weight, we couldn't turn a light switch on at one point. We wondered, what the heck is going on here? How could my world have been so spun on its head? What happened? Well, I'll tell you what happened. It was the ending of a narcissistic relationship, and this is the relationship you need to heal from. This is a very challenging and daunting task, but I did it. If I did it, you can do it. You need to understand that being patient, being stoic, being resilient, being determined, being driven, being committed, and having the foresight to understand that you are the priority. You come first, second, and third. This is the path. It's not thinking about the narcissist. The narcissist, I can assure you, is not thinking about you. They have slithered away onto the new supply, or by now maybe other sources of supply, and they are not improving. They are only deteriorating over time. You see, the narcissist can't introspect. They can't be accountable. They blame everybody else but themselves. They don't want to take responsibility for anything that doesn't benefit them. And they will press that gas pedal of abuse. They will dip you in the deep end of manipulation, and they will drown you in the cesspool of misery if you do not pick yourself up by the bootstraps and dust yourself off and understand that, yes, that relationship was what it was. It wasn't what you thought it was. And when you practice radical acceptance, and you'll understand that, yeah, the narcissist is who they were, and they completely took advantage of me. They manipulated me. They controlled me. They basically did whatever they wanted with me for the length of that relationship, but they can't do it any longer because I now see behind the mask. I now understand what narcissism is. I now know the definitions in the glossary and the terms on the narcissistic abusive cycle. I can now see a narcissist 10,000 miles away. I now know what to do. I now have boundaries. I'm not a people pleaser. I am not a yes person. I can certainly say no, the strongest word in the English language. And remember, when you say no to something or someone, you are saying yes to yourself. But all these things I mentioned on the channel, they're true, they're real, they're accurate. And they've helped so many people bridge the vastness of the narcissistic emptiness of the relationship into the abundance, where the doors of opportunity will open up for you, where the doors of abundance are opening up for so many people, and where the future is just waiting for you to step into it. But that future does not include the narcissist or any narcissistic individual. You see, the narcissist took their best shot at you. Maybe it was a day, maybe it was a week, a month, a year, a decade, 30 years. Maybe it was up until this very minute you're consuming this video as I'm creating it. Maybe you were born into a narcissistic family. But the narcissist did not succeed because you are here and you're understanding that this is your life. It's your journey. It's meant to be cherished, honored, respected, and celebrated and lived. You should not be living under the thumb of anybody. And that's what you were doing when you were in the narcissistic relationship. But now you are not doing that. And this is when you reach the pinnacle of indifference, the mountaintop of indifference, when you heal and you heal properly. And it does take time. It takes a lot of time, but in your time you will heal if you apply the tools that are provided for you here. And if you read the comments in the comments section from all the other people who have made it. You see, we are all standing on the mountaintop waiting for you, each and every one of us. And there is more than enough room for you. There was room for me, and I'm there. And there's room for so many other people, and each and every day more and more people are arriving. And that pinnacle of indifference, the mountaintop of indifference, there is an abundant, everlasting room or space for people. But there's no space for the narcissist or toxic people. It's for people who have gone through the cycle, risen through the ashes like a phoenix, and come through the fire. And they're now in the third version of themselves, the strongest, most galvanized version known to humankind. That is why we are waiting for you. And there are so many of us who are reaching down and telling you, just grab my hand, grab my arm. I want to pull you up. Get across the bridge. Finally say no to the narcissist. Go no contact. Block them. Delete them, etc. And understand that, yeah, you may be ruminating and thinking about them now, but where you are today is not where you'll be in 3 months, in 6 months, in 9 months, or in 12 months. I'm living proof. The whole point of the video before I close it is to let you understand that this is a video of motivation. It's a video of hope. It's a video of abundance. It's a video of growth. It's a video of putting the narcissist in the past and closing the chapter on them and understanding they are who they are. They're a toxic, nasty creature. They're a dark energy source, and they know it, I know it, and now you know it. There is no more room in your life for anybody even similar to that. We need to be with like-minded people. We need to be with the people who love and trust us and who care about us and who are genuine and who will be there in a pinch when we need help. Not somebody who's going to disappear when we at the first alert and something goes sideways, which is what the narcissist does. That's not what we do. We support each other. We help each other. We are healing, we are learning, we are growing, we are becoming awakened and aware, educated and empowered, and we are becoming stronger than ever. So understand the message. Yes, the narcissist did occupy your mind for a period of time. That's just the way it works. Until when? Until they didn't. That's when you've healed. That's when one morning you wake up and you say, wow, I feel good. I'm gonna go for a 2-mile walk, and I'm gonna walk my dog, and I'm gonna have a healthy breakfast, and I'm gonna journal, and I'm gonna meditate, and I'm gonna do whatever I need to do, but it's gonna be about me. It's not about the narcissist. It's not about being played like a yo-yo, going up and down and all around, or on the hamster wheel spinning around. It's not being given the endless to-do list. It's not being the walking apology. It's not being the sounding board. It's not being the unpaid helper. Those days are long past us. We've taken the lessons from that relationship and we're applying them in present day, which is why we now understand how valuable we are and how precious we are and how extremely fortunate we are, not only to be out of it, but to have healed or to be well on the healing path. So that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. I love you all. God bless you. And the birds are going they're having fun tonight. Let's put it that way, because it's dusk. So I hope the birds you're enjoying them, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Remember, the narcissist does occupy your mind, and they will occupy your mind, but eventually, the further you get away from these people, that will dissipate. It sincerely will. And continue to understand that the healing path is not linear. It will take time. It will take a lot of time, but in your time, you will heal. So be patient with yourself. Be kind with yourself, and understand that where you are today is not where you'll be tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. Continue moving forward each and every day. I love you all. God bless you, and I will talk to you tomorrow. All right. Enjoy, you guys. Good night.